Yo, what's good everyone? Hope you're doing great. So today's story is about when I took 7 grams of mushrooms. Hope you not like it, and if you don't, well, fuck you! So let's get right into it. So the story starts, I was with my girlfriend and I asked her if she's down to do some mushrooms. At first she hesitated, but she said sure. We agreed to do 3.5 grams of mushroom each, so I text my plug and I asked him if he could sell me 7 grams of mushrooms. My plug didn't answer me for the whole day, but during the night he sent me a text. And at this time I was working during the night at around 10 in the afternoon till 7 in the morning. During my 30 minutes break, I checked his text on Snapchat and he said that he's willing to sell me 14 grams of mushroom for $100. I thought that it was a great deal, so I said that in the morning after my shift, I can meet him whenever he wants to make the deal. After my break, I went back to work and nothing interesting happened during my shift. But when my shift was finally over, I sent him a text to let him know that I'm done with work, and he said that we can meet each other at the parking lot of a municipal swimming pool. So I drove to the bank and withdrew $100. Then I drove to the place he told me to meet him. He was there before me, which is nice because I didn't have to wait for him. When I parked my car, he immediately got into my car. I gave him the $100 and he gave me 2 Ziploc bags filled with shrooms. He told me that each bag have 7 grams in them and I just trusted him. Then we started to talk about random stuff and I noticed that he kept hitting his vape. So I asked him if I could get a hit, but he told me that this isn't a vape, it's actually a wax pen. So now I wanted even more to hit that shit. So he passed me his wax pen and I took a giant hit. Before the hit got me fried, he said that he's gotta go, so he got out of my car, got into his car and drove off. So now it was time to go home. During the ride, the wax pen finally hit me and boy, I was as high as the moon. The music I was listening was hitting harder than ever. Driving while being high with music is such an amazing experience, but you guys shouldn't do it. Don't follow my footsteps. Anyways, when I finally arrived home, there was already an obstacle. My father was outside working on his truck, and I didn't want him to know that I was driving high. I mean, my dad does drive drunk, high, or both at the same time, but even though he does it, I'm pretty sure if he caught me driving high, he will whoop my ass. So I parked my car, grabbed my shroom, put it in my pocket, got out and started to walk while locking the fuck in. I walked past my dad and just said hi without looking at him because if he saw my eyes, I would be cooked. But luckily, he didn't suspect a thing. I went into my room and hid the mushroom into a big jar, then I just went to sleep. I woke up at about 5 in the afternoon, and that day I didn't have work, so I called my girlfriend and asked her if she's down to do the shrooms at my house during the night. She said that she couldn't do anything with me that day because of a reason that even to this day I still don't know why. So I just stayed inside of my room playing video games until it was midnight. At this point we all know what time it is. It was time to trip balls. So I went into my kitchen, grabbed a cooking scale and went back into my room. I measured approximately 3.5 grams of mushrooms, then I ate them raw. I know a lot of people that hates eating mushrooms raw, but for me I don't really care. Honestly, you would think that I'm a weirdo, but I kinda like the taste of mushrooms. Anyway, so I waited about 1 hour and nothing happened. So I measured 2 grams on the scale and ate them. After 30 minutes, I felt kinda weird, but there was almost no visual. So I ate the rest of the mushrooms in the bag and this wasn't my best one. So after eating 7 grams of mushrooms, I just hopped on my PC and played some video game thinking nothing of what I've just done. After not even 10 minutes, I really started to feel it. Things weren't moving but the colors were getting brighter and brighter. I could think sharper and I felt like I was on top of the world. But I was sweating balls, so I took off my clothes and laid on my bed. At this point the effects were getting more and more intense. And I really wanted to see some of my friends because yes, I was having fun, but I thought that seeing some of my friends would make the trip even better. So I called my best friend, which I'm gonna call James. So James answered the phone almost immediately like the loyal friend that he is. He asked me what's up and I told him that I was tripping balls on shrooms. He was like, oh my god, no way, are you feeling good? I said that I was feeling fantastic. Then I asked him if we could see each other, but he said that he is in a motel with two of his friends at a city that is almost 1 hour away from where I am. And no way I'm driving while being fried on some shrooms. So we just kept talking on the phone for a long time. James decided to send me a picture of SpongeBob with a face of Walter White from Breaking Bad. I was laughing my ass off. Then when I was looking around in my room, there was fucking SpongeBob with the face of Walter White all over my walls. At this point I think I hit the peak. I was definitely tripping balls inside of my room. So me and my friend were talking about random stuff for a long time, and at around 5 in the morning he said that he's going to sleep. So he hung up and now I was left alone tripping balls. So I went on my phone and started scrolling on YouTube Shorts, and I was kind of feeling overwhelmed. Like the colors were not right, and at this point I was coming down and I felt really lost in my mind. Like I was confused and I kept having thoughts that go around in circles. But I had this voice in my head that kept saying that everything is fine and it's gonna be over soon. So I just listened to the voice and it was calming me down. After a moment I just fell asleep, and when I woke up everything was over. I was finally free from my thoughts. So yeah, that's it for the story. And don't do more than 3.5 grams of mushrooms, seriously. Your brain is important. Don't mess it up with a high dose of shrooms. Hope you liked the story. Like and subscribe if you want, and goodbye.